Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. So today's video, we're going to talk about the eviction moratorium. Basically, guys, the Supreme Court reversed the ban on the Biden administration to halt on evictions. So that means now that the Supreme Court reversed that, that means any and every landlord in the United States can proceed with the evictions of people, meaning a lot of people are going to be homeless soon, but not as quick as you think. So the Supreme Court, as of August 26th of 2021, again, states that the eviction ban is no longer, so it's no more. So every landlord, guys, who were looking to get rid of their tenant because they weren't paying rent, due to the fact COVID screwed over a lot of jobs, now the CDC, who should have made that call to begin with, they didn't even have that power, and that was part of the reason why the ban was no more. Supreme Court also found that the CDC had no jurisdiction, if you will, in making that call. So with that being said, guys, people had enough time to find a job to start paying rent. Now, there is a complication, and I'm hearing everybody's point to this. The complication now are the mandates that they are making that are unreasonable for a lot of people. So with that being said, guys, if the mandates are unreasonable, meaning taking the shot or wearing a mask for the entire tour that you're working, they need to come up with another way or another avenue to let people work without, I guess, hindering them. So being that the Supreme Court reversed the ban on the eviction, now allowing it to happen, there are 3.5 million people who are up for eviction. So now we've been talking about this for a while. A lot of YouTube channels have spoken about this. I've rarely touched on it. I mentioned it, but I didn't do a video on it, only because I wanted to see where this went. Now, clearly, we were going to see people get kicked out of homes. It's just a matter of time, like every other YouTube channel has said. The problem with it now is that every state has a rental assistance program. Every state. So I went on a website and I checked, and a lot of states have an assistance program which is going to help you pay for your rent. But there are a lot of states that do not stop the eviction process. So if the eviction process goes through whatever local court you have to go through that's going to get you evicted or not get you evicted, the state can't do anything about it, but they can help you pay your rent off so that you don't get evicted. So I know it's a bit of a confusion there, but I'm going to read off the states that allow for you to stay in your homes and not get evicted. So here are the states that allow you to stay in place or don't have an eviction process or will hold your eviction process, sorry. So the hold on evictions are California, District of Columbia, Minnesota, which is yes to evictions, but maybe on utilities. So that's the other thing, guys, I didn't explain. A lot of these places will keep you from getting evicted, but your utilities might get shut down. So you'll have a home, but you won't have power or gas. New Jersey, yes on eviction, no on utilities. New Mexico, yes on evictions, no on utilities. New York, yes all the way around, but you have to apply for the New York Emergency Rental Assistance Program. Once you apply for that program, your application holds you from getting evicted. Now, if your state wasn't on that list, that means you are absolutely able to get evicted. So again, guys, it was a small number of states that will slow or stop the eviction process for a short time. This is not indefinite. This is not forever. This is for a short time. I know in the next 2 months, people are going to be losing their homes in droves, guys. Remember, 3.5 million people. Now, out of that 3.5 million people, how many of those people are going to stay homeless? Not many. But nonetheless, you're going to see more homeless people on the street. Not all 3.5 million people will be homeless. They won't be set on the street. Some of these people were abusing the system. Some of these people, or majority of these people, were undoubtedly out of work because of COVID and now have no job and have no way to pay rent. But the Emergency Rental Assistance Program should help with your case, depending on your case. So, like I said earlier, guys, you're not going to see the homelessness right away. It's going to take another 2 months or better, depending on the rental assistance program from state to state. So it's not going to be this mass homelessness we're going to see that a lot of YouTube channels were saying. It is not the case. You have to think in a realistic term that if all these states are providing a emergency rental assistance program, you bet that a lot of the people are going to be on the street, but not all at once. So come, let's say September 31st or 30th or whatever it is, or October 1st rather, sorry, you're not going to see 3.5 million people out on the street at the same time. It doesn't work that way. Realistically, it's going to take probably over the next year. And then you're going to see an uptick in homelessness. But people who will be put in homeless programs, so now they're homeless programs, guys, that put people in homes, right? But they're part of the program, and so they count as a homeless mark, if you will. Keep in mind, they're in a home or they're in a shelter. And like, for example, New York City, we have shelters in buildings, but these people are still considered homeless, which is bullshit. I think once you're off the street and you're inside of a program and you're in a home, you shouldn't be counted as homeless anymore. But New York City and other states or other cities like New York City will count you homeless as long as you're in their program, because those homes are temporary. And because they're temporary, they consider you homeless, which is bullshit. You're off the street, you have a roof over your head, and you're getting supplemental income to make sure that you can feed your family while or the duration you're in that homeless program. So guys, long short of it is, the mass homelessness that everybody was saying we were going to see, we're not going to see. It's going to be a trickle effect. It might be accumulative over time, but it won't be a sudden thing. And even then, a lot of these people will be able to find themselves back on their feet. So this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like, subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me in the Angry Truth channel. Like and subscribe to that. Also, guys, head over to the Angry Lensman channel. Like and subscribe to that. I'm looking to get 1,000 subscribers so I can start doing live streams, photography-based live streams. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching.